All right, welcome one, welcome all. The new patch is live. In case you weren't paying attention or missed it, latest update to Nebulous has come out. It contains missile mixed salvos, a bunch of updates for decoys, the ability to mix different missiles. Also, one of the highlight features, boosting the battleship armor from 52 centimeters to 58. Battleship enjoyers rejoice as you wade through seas of 250 AP fire and shrug off oh so much of it. Truly, this is going to put Battleship back in the game in a way it hasn't really been in since the OSP launch has happened. Really, they can go in, decide they want to take a point, sit on it, and force the other team to react to them in a way that just hasn't been around for a bit. So we go into our first public game. The patch is now live, and we're probably going to see a bit of an adjustment here for the first couple days as people sort of figure out what's going on. Torpedoes also received a nice buff. They can now be set to either have high speed or high maneuverability. They work kind of the same way as hybrid missiles do, but instead of getting more expensive as you make them faster, they get more expensive as you make them more maneuverable. So that means you can have a very fast kind of mid to short range torpedo that you pop around a corner and just slam it into the side of something, or you can go with a more maneuverable corkscrew or weave torpedo that's designed to defeat point defenses. Either of those two versions work pretty well. They also got an HP boost, and based on the testing, these are very deadly weapons now. You have to watch out for them. Oh boy, let's see what this is. Also, size 2 hybrids got a combination boost, cost reduction. They're a little bit cheaper to field now. Still have kind of a middling effectiveness as far as how much damage they do, but it's easier to bring them, it's easier to build them, and still a good weapon against the OSP. Let's see what these manage to hit. Anything going else on? This is the Tumbleweed map, added a couple of patches ago. Oh, they've started their terminals and slam into the shuttle here. Oh, looks like it's going to be okay. It didn't lose. Oh, it lost its CIC, but it has one restore to bring that back. Kind of interesting. I think there were 4 or 5 AMMs got shot there, but it only looks like they managed to connect with the very first missile. The rest of them got through. AMM's also receiving a boost, which is welcome, but it definitely hasn't made them the end-all be-all. You still need to layer in other types of point defense if you want to be immune to missiles. Let's see, I missed the chat there. Is it confirmed that they are good or just better? I think they're talking about torpedoes. And they are definitely good now. They are straight up good. If what you're looking for is a short range, heavy punch type weapon, you know, I don't think they're going to be too popular on OSP side. It sort of depends, but they're a good choice for either the ANS to take out a bulker. They're really good at that. Or you could try slamming them into the new battleship. They've always been good at that. Let's see. Well, looks like, alright, those AMMs were able to clean up. See if anything else gets through. don't think these shuttles are carrying too many of them. So these size 2s might get through. Yeah, you need to take evasive maneuvers there, shuttle. And will they go for the chaff? Ooh, looks like nope. And wow. Those must be really dialed down. That was 3 size 2 hits and the shuttle is still alive. So let's take a look at the strategic kind of setup of the game here. Oh no, we've got an Ocello being beamed by destroyers. Yep, it's already dead. As soon as I saw that, it's already dead. Beams, still good. Always going to be good. Looks like there is... Is this Task Force Garnet here? 1, 2, 3... Possibly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's a slightly modified version of it. Plasma still kind of not in a great place overall. But they can deal with destroyers if they're not too close. See if anything else is happening. A couple more missiles coming out. I was talking so much I didn't go through all the different ships. Looks like there's oh, this is a lot of different missiles here. And by that I mean really a lot of different ones. You got 3 different size 3Hs. So anyway, a missile CL, these are the beam DDs. These are, I'm going to guess, gun Vauxhalls. And with that is a beam cannon hybrid Axford that's facing off against our plasma 100mm monitors. This is a bulk container launcher. Haven't seen missile strikes come out of it yet. It's at 100%, right? Oh, as I say that, he fires one. Then we've got the 450 Ocellos along with small cape. Looks like some cannon, some rocket launcher shuttles. So really more of an ACAP build coming out of this. See what these destroyers are doing. Looks like they're going around the rock. They might come and pop up and surprise these monitors. That would be bad news for them. Oh, have these containers... Nope. They see the DDs now, but they weren't aimed at them originally, so they are just going to get shot at by flak and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, they're probably not getting through on this Axford. Well, they are inching ever so closer. I think those are stone walls, yeah. So max flak, still pretty good. These containers might be going for the destroyers. Yeah, there they go. Now they might get through and land some hits here. We'll have to see how the defenders hold up. Looks like... Nope. Yeah, still no luck for the containers. The meta has really progressed as far as container ships are concerned. You pretty much have to bring decoys now. If you do something less than that, they're just not going to make it through the point defense. So, looks like some hybrids came out from the DDs there. Sniped out the CIC and some other stuff. It's not down for the count just yet. A lot of these missiles are not doing really punishing damage to these shuttles. It's kind of weird. Like this one, I mean, it has a restore available. This is the one that got hit earlier. It's still alive. Kind of interesting. I wonder how dialed up the yields are on those missiles. Obviously not enough, or they're not. Let's see. They're reinforced drive. It might just be they're getting unlucky with their hit locations and getting soaked. That could be the case. Alright, let's see what these containers managed to do. Not a whole lot happening. OSP's managed to get the 3 cap. Looks like they're holding them off on D right now. Nothing really on the ANS side is pushing A. The furthest forward they have looks like that missile CL down there, but that could be a bad situation. Let's see how these rockets do. Looks like it's got a couple of hits on a frigate there. That might be enough to put it down. Here comes more. Let's see. Nope. It's like the combined Defender and flak fire here are enough to shut down this one single shuttle. Oh, let's see. DDs are going to make their way around and start beaming these monitors any second now. Yep, they're already lined up. Here they come. Looks like they're going for the Ocello first. That's a good choice. That Ocello is almost definitely dead. Let's see what happens with the missiles here. Looks like the containers have missed. That's unfortunate. I'm not sure what Seeker's on them. They definitely did not go for any target, though. They were just flying past everything. So let's go back and see how these DDs... Yeah, they're just going to toast this Ocello. It's probably already dead, and it is. These monitors, though, this 100 mil, it is enough to fight back. It might not be enough, though. These DDs could easily swap fire. Oh, here comes some torpedoes. We get to see, yeah, these are so close. They're going to slam home. That's one monitor dead. I don't even have to look at it to know. Yep. Oh, and here comes another DD. They've sandwiched them here in a really bad position. And meanwhile, the missile CL has gone and taken A. A very bad position for OSP to be in, actually, with the loss of those Ocellos and that monitor group going down. I don't think they have enough to do anything, really. These containers aren't built in a way that can pierce this point defense unless he manages to run him out of ammunition. Let's see how much he has. Yeah, he has plenty. The DDs are still armed. Everything is still armed. Oof. Yeah, these monitors, they're going to try and fight back, but they're flanked on 2 different sides. Here come out more torpedoes. Looks like these are going to engage the shuttle here. Let's see if they have enough maneuverability. Looks like they do. Yep. There goes that. Another dead shuttle. Yeah. Torpedoes? Really good now. Oh, that looks so gorgeous. The TLSs on the top and bottom of a destroyer. I love that look. That's great. So let's see, what can OSP do? Hopefully these containers this time will lock onto this missile CL. There's still, only one of them is tracking. Something is fishy there. Because those flew by very, very closely. Maybe they got waypointed too far ahead? I'm not sure exactly. Either way, that's super unfortunate for the OSP. They're getting picked apart at this point. Let's see if these containers have better luck coming in on these DDs. They definitely are pretty light on the point defense with all those torpedoes. But we'll see. They might make it through. Nope, they've split up. The flak is hitting them. The defenders are hitting them. Yeah, that's unfortunately. No joy on those. Meanwhile, the beams still coming out, still tearing up these monitors. The focus fire, these 100 mils, they will be enough to kill that primary beam. So it's kind of a a game that they have to play where they go and kill one of the beams and then cycle through to the next beam and hopefully take them all out. The problem is they're flanked, so even if they do manage to keep all of those beams dead on these destroyers, they're gonna die. There's just not enough ship mass here to deal with DDs and beams on two sides. See what's happening here. Those were rockets. Well, looks like they did slam into the... Oof. The return fire says no thank you. Some rockets look like they did hit on the engineering section there. How are MDs eating thousands of damage? Well, probably I would assume you don't have FBAs. Who said that? Televised? Yeah, I would guess you don't have FBAs. One. Two. He does have FBAs. What's the problem here? I mean, they're dying. They're absolutely dying. I guess he's upset because his beams are being shot out by the 100 mil. I would guess. Let's see. Yeah, they're all down now. I mean, there's only one monitor left alive, so it's not like they're tanking that much damage. Small Cake and his shuttles still kicking. Yeah, so this game got decided a long time ago. Those Acellos just getting butchered by the beam DDs. Really, the key play here were those DDs slinking around the top of this D pillar here and catching that whole group completely by surprise. You know, I see often on OSP that on Tumbleweed, it's not very popular to bring the early warning radar. And I think that's kind of a mistake, in my opinion. Like, yes, you cannot swivel it around and see absolutely everything from just one position high on the map, but it's still a pretty important aspect of the OSP that if you don't have and you don't replace it with like radars on some shuttles or something, which I don't think these had. No Huntress there. Basically, if you don't watch your blind spots, you can still get surprised.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
And that's definitely what happened there. I mean, to be fair though, they probably should have known that the DDs were coming around on that side. They saw them clearly in a formation go to the left, and they didn't see them again. The problem is that it's just there aren't really a lot of good places that you can engage a beam on this map if the beam doesn't want to engage. You have to be creative about figuring out where the DDs are and flanking them so that they can't just turn and beam you or get missile strikes in. But those containers, I actually didn't see any of them hit. I don't think they have. Which this kind of, I would assume this is like some cheap radar seeker on them in order to get to the full, what is that, 26, 49%, 32, yeah, so that's like 200 something.
We are contesting zone dagger.
The only way for OSP to maybe squeak this one out is if Small Cake can ninja cap and keep them guessing. Which he could move down to A now and secure another point for them. Did that missile cruiser get taken out? No, it's still puttering around. Where is it? It's at C now. Don't really think these gun CLs engaged anything. I guess they got some rockets shot at them. Other than that, it's completely free play for them. And meanwhile, the Salvos and the monitor group's been completely decimated. Small cake. The shuttles do work. They're always going to do work. The issue is with the PD builds that people are bringing these days, one shuttle simply isn't enough to take on a fleet. You need at least 2, preferably 3, to get a good strike off. Yep, here's the GG from Small Cake, and he surrenders. That makes it so OSP has absolutely no way of winning the game with this single container liner floating around in the back. So GG all, we didn't get to see the battleship. Torpedoes, we definitely saw. Those torpedoes coming out of the destroyers with their top and bottom mounted TLSs definitely did some work. Let's see, still PD on this one. I like this a lot. You've got the beams just for general killing. If you ambush something and you want a little bit of extra punch, you can shoot some torpedoes in. Like if you come around the corner and there's, say, a trio of line ships, you can start beaming one, you can launch torpedoes at the other. That will kill both of them before they really have a chance to spin back around and engage you. And you still have, there's the chin mount, the side mounts for your point defense with some escorts or something. It just seems really good. And unfortunately, the containers, they don't have the same ability to push through the point defense that we're now seeing out of torpedoes. Oh, that one almost got through. Just between the stone walls and the defenders, it's so hard for them to get on target. Yeah, I want to tell him. Decoys, my man. Decoys. You gotta fire decoys with containers now. There's no other way to get them. Just raw containers. They'll never get through. Did anything actually hit? Let's see. 3 of this, 1 of that. Yeah. It's a shame. They seemed really slow. I don't know what they were, how they got dialed up, but yeah, these DDs did a ton of work. These DDs did an insane amount of work. Let's see. Yeah, these CLs barely engaged anything. I think they shot at some shuttles. Let's see. Love and TWR. Who's Love? Yeah, Small Cake. Yeah, so just some shuttles and that's it. Decoys and jammers? What? I didn't see any decoys. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. Alright, well that's 1 down.